What's up everyone, Vitaly here, and in this video I want to cover the subject of how to raise your RPM rates through proven strategies that I've personally experimented with, through strategies that I know that other people are using to raise their RPM rates as well, and just how to do that overall. So in my particular case, my RPM rates are varied. They are usually $30 and up. Now you can do this on your YouTube channel or you can do this on your website. I'm going to focus on the website for this video. I'll talk about YouTube in another video, but in this particular case, my website has ads that run on it, and my RPM rates are generally $30 and up, in some cases $40 and up. I'm trying to raise them, obviously. But one of the blog posts that I'm going to use as an example for this is this particular blog post that I have opened over here that's on the subject of the best hikes near Las Vegas. Now, if I go through Mediavine and I look at this URL, which is this blog post, it's telling me that my RPM for that is $31.13. And what it's saying is that for every 1,000 visitors that come to this particular specific blog post, I will make that amount of money. So that's actually a pretty high RPM rate. I've had blog posts that had like under $10, so $30 and up, great. So what exactly is this blog post doing to get that? Well, the main thing to understand about RPM rates and making them higher is the longer you can keep people on your website, the better and higher your RPM rates will be. So what is it that this blog post has? So there's a couple of different elements. I'm going to give you 5 of them in this video. You don't have to have all 5 of them on your website or across all of your blog posts, but the more of these that you have, there's generally a better chance that your RPM rates will increase because they'll keep people on your website or your blog posts longer, and thereby raising your RPM rates. So the first tip that I have for you is to create listicle content. Listicle content is simply put top 5 things to do in so and so place, top 10 tools that you need for the outdoor gardening or something like that, 10 must-have things in your hiking backpack. Notice how it's a numerical number plus a certain subject. There's just about every single niche and topic that's out there you can create listicle content on. So in my particular case with this blog post, it's 12 best hikes near Las Vegas to explore. I talk about these hikes, I list them in a countdown order, and people like to scroll and see what these lists are. And when they scroll through your content longer, more ads load up and your RPM rates will go up because they'll be staying on your website longer. So that's the thing. If you have issues with listicle content, you can always use things like ChatGPT. Tell it about your website, subject, your niche, and ask it for listicle ideas, and then cross-reference that with popular keywords. So, you know, hikes near Las Vegas is a popular keyword. That's why I created this content, plus I added a numerical value to it, making it a listicle piece. Next tip is get traffic from multiple sources, because depending on which source of traffic you get to your website, really helps with RPM rates as well. So there's different sources of traffic that I get to my website. If I do a breakdown over here, you will notice that Google is at the top because I get the most visitors in terms of sessions. But what I want you to notice is that not all RPM rates are the same. Different search engines pay different amounts for RPM, and Pinterest is actually the highest. So if you have, for example, a Pinterest-friendly website in terms of the niche, something on gardening, travel, nature, clothing suggestions, popular cities to visit, tourism, that kind of stuff, gardening, Pinterest would be a great search engine for you to focus on to try to get traffic from, because your RPM rates would generally be higher. You should try to diversify your traffic portfolio by creating content and then having it rank on Google, and then or maybe creating pins on Pinterest, or maybe YouTube videos or Facebook content to send back to your website, because your RPM rates will fluctuate, but generally speaking, the highest paying ones in my experience are Pinterest, email, and Google. So that's what I would recommend. So let's talk about the next one. The third subject is add internal links throughout your content. So what I mean by that is you will notice that in my particular website, I have a lot of internal links. So this leads to a blog post about all trails. This one leads to a blog post about Valley of Fire State Park. There's other internal links across my page. As people are scrolling through your content, if they see a picture like this that they find interesting and they see that it's called, oh, Valley of Fire State Park, let me click on this, they'll visit another part of your website. That means they stay on your website longer. That means that RPM rates will go up as a result. So please add internal links throughout your website. If it's a new website, it doesn't have too much content, build it up and start internally linking as you do that. Next tip is more eye candy. Simply put, create and put more images across your website, whether that be a gallery, whether that be listicle content. Put imagery. People don't just like to read boring stuff over and over and over again. Break that eye pattern by putting up beautiful images like this. This will make them want to see more of these things. If they want to see more of these things, they stay on your website longer, which can really help with RPM rates. And the final tip I have is add videos on your website. Some people like to do embedded videos of YouTube stuff on their website. Some people like to create their own YouTube videos and embed it on their website. I prefer that option because it's your video, so you get more views counted towards your channel and stuff, which can help with YouTube monetization. But essentially what happens is that if you put a video on your content on one of your blog posts or multiple blog posts, if people will watch that video and they play it, the seconds that they're watching that video, or the minutes, that actually has a positive effect for how long they're staying on your website, which can help improve RPM rates as well. So these are all really important tips that I highly recommend that you start utilizing on your website to really help improve your RPM rates. This can really, really be beneficial. I've seen it in my experience. I know it happens and helps other people as well. So I hope that this was a helpful video. And if you have any questions about this, let me know. But as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.